Hello, everybody, and welcome to EVO 2017 featuring BlazBlue. And I know that we all love some BlazBlue action in our lives.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely ready to be BlazBlued out.
So right now we have probably the biggest lineup for BlazBlue. We have so many invaders from the Japan region and also a lot from the South Korean region.
Yeah, there's just so many powerful international players, just a huge powerhouse cast of players right now. And you know the American scene and the North American scene as a whole has been putting in so much work in BlazBlue right now. It's going to be amazing to watch.
You know, a lot of people always think of the Japanese as like this upper echelon, that the level that most players can't reach, and we definitely have seen the American players branching that gap slowly but surely over the last few years.
Yeah. We've shown that the gods can bleed, and so
right now we have Amore from Japan playing Naoto, and Naoto is one of those characters, very difficult to play at a high level, especially with the execution barrier that it requires.
Yeah, this is a very difficult match for Naoto. 9 is very difficult to pull down, and she's got so much mid to long range superiority. It is a very difficult match for Amore to bridge the gap. But when Naoto does get in on a couple good reads, he could melt all of 9's health away.
Most definitely. But it looks like, historically, this matchup is not the greatest for Naoto.
Yeah, no tech from the Naoto there. That means Enigma will get another combo, punishing him for staying there.
Oh, wow, and just a meaty God Hand to seal the deal against Amore.
Yeah, he's not blocking high. He's got to pay attention to those. You do have to block that, move high.
Now, that was a really risky decision from Enigma because Naoto did have over 50 meter, so a Shine Knuckle could have just came out and counter hit. And,
yeah, that's true.
It would have swung the momentum back into neutral.
Unfortunately, right now, Amore is still taking quite a beating here. He's already lost half his health. He's blocking 9's pressure here. Good block, does not block the side.
Yeah, you have to make sure you're watching 9 stop, or at least memorize what most of her level 3 spells do.
Exactly. Ooh, yeah, kind of just, was like, please let this slash hit, and, not quite.
Unfortunately, does not block the rock over the reset many times, and that will seal the deal. But I don't know how well versed Amore is to 9. I don't know which local Japans are in his area.
Yeah, there are, 9 can be played at many different levels, and it's one of those, it's a matchup where if you're playing a character like Naoto where you need to make some hard reads, it can be really difficult because sometimes you just don't know what the spell they're going to go for, and because of that, you're not sure how to make that hard read. And right now, Enigma is just keeping Amore out so badly, and he tries to burst. Let's see if he can get in here.
He's missing a lot of the dash cancels.
Yeah, it looks like Enigma's going to take that one. And now Amore's in big trouble. He used his burst, which consumes that small circle gauge at the top left, which it let him get out of one combo, but now he doesn't have it, so he's in trouble.
That was very unfortunate. He actually ended up getting a 6A when he was trying to go for a back A instead.
Yeah, that's a big punish right there. And so far, Amore just not really able to get started. Enigma freezes him. Going to go for a reset? Yep. Yes, he does! He hits him with another overhead in the middle of his combo, and because it's uncomboed, he had to block that high. Did not block it. Another combo from Torquilite.
Oh, no, and this I got him, but no pickup, but the Fairy does save the day, and Enigma, again, with another perfect.
Yeah, Enigma, that was quite a beating, and he just, it's a good way to show that this 9, and just in general, a lot of American players are playing strong characters. They've come out to win, and that's what they're here to win today. And, there's no fear at their right at all. My opponent's from Japan, doesn't matter. I'm just going to go in like I always do.
Exactly. I mean, when you're playing a character that really doesn't play the same type of BlazBlue that many other characters are playing, it's a very awkward neutral to really kind of move around in.
Yeah.
Especially with 9 because you have to really piano a lot of buttons because you have to make sure that she's not just doing one dash, she's doing 2 dashes, and pianoing will actually catch her during a lot of those times.
So for those who haven't known, 9's dash is kind of special, and you do have to kind of punish the recovery in a special way. So what we're talking about pianoing is that you can oftentimes catch her by doing an action that will catch 2 kinds of actions. And up next, looks like we've got Canada versus the USA. We've got MVA Pochip from Canada, and he will be playing Mew 12. He is a longtime U12 player from Canada.
Yep.
He's come to America many, many times. Very, very respected, very powerful U12 player.
Now, you might actually remember him when the NEC, when Ryo came. He was actually the closest American to beating him. He almost ended up knocking Ryo out of the tournament.
That's right. That did happen, yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that was also the tournament where we found out that Pachpi was called the Choke Lord in Canada.
Oops.
And he definitely lived up to that name.
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, but you know, his game plan is so solid. One of the stronger Mu players, and definitely in the North American region.
Yeah, absolutely. And so up his opponent, that freaking cat from Utah. And he's a Hazama player. Now, Hazama in this matchup is quite winnable. You don't see as many Hazama players these days, as he has lost a lot of what
made him very strong.
Yeah, and the part of it is that he still retains a lot of useful tools, but if you've been playing Hazama for a long time, losing the tool that he used to use with all the time it's kind of a hard thing to do.
Yes, exactly.
So,
especially since he's got the new move, which is Core Circle Back B.
Yeah.
Which puts him at level 1 stance.
Yeah, that's a very powerful tool, but you know, people are missing out on you know, using the chain as they used to have used before. So
yeah, a lot of Hazmas used to go into stance and then immediately cancel because you could do that. Unfortunately, in this version, you have to actually wait several frames before you can cancel.
And of course, Pachpi with a jump 2C counter hit, and now it's doing huge damage with that freaking cat in the corner. And this throw combo, and it's gonna put that freaking cat at a very low health total. Got one mix-up left in him. Can he block it?
And that's the same setup we saw before, where he whiffs that sword to death mage, tries to get the other player to press a button because he's whiffing such a long recovery move. But unfortunately, you have a charged ion cannon in your face at the same time. So
yeah, it takes a lot of awareness to know, wait a second, he's actually not open at all.
And it's actually a setup. And there's a lot of move setups that really do that. And once again, with that jump 2C, it's very good in this version. It doesn't retain that hang time in the air anymore, but it comes straight down, and it's very easy to combo after.
Ooh.
That's kind of a big whiff.
Yeah, it's a big guess on the Gashokyuk there. And he's getting punished in the corner, and okay, this time he bursts. The last time he got stuck in the corner, he was dead immediately, so this time burst, but
it's okay, we have insurance.
We do have
locked
insurance.
in on the form of those cannons.
Okay.
Messes the super jump. Oh wow, it's just the run underneath while the tech. And that was a fast round, match 1 from Pachpi.
Yeah, that was very, very fast. Pachpi with a very, very dominating show right there. Just not really letting that freaking cat do anything.
That freaking cat looks so shocked right now. He kind of looked around like, oh man, that just happened.
He's got the cat eyes right now.
He's definitely got the cat eyes. But, so I was talking to a lot of the Japanese players about Hazama.
Yeah.
Especially when, in last EVO, when we had the demo.
Yeah.
Thanks to Arsis. And, you know, a Japanese player came and I saw Hazama move. And the Hazama player asked the Japanese player, how do you think Hazama is? He says he's definitely weaker, but he's much more annoying. And that freaking cat really needs to, wow.
Okay. Gets him with the extended axle.
EA. Oh no, big whip with the 60.
Yeah, big bait on the flip throw right there. Forces him to burst. And that freaking cat showing some life right now. However, Pachpi got him in the corner again.
No follow-up after that 6C. Very interesting.
Throw with the 100-meter.
We definitely see some nerves coming out on stage. Pachpi was playing definitely so much stronger in match 1. But here, that was that classic Mu 12 setup in CF where you whiff the 6-speed first hit into the overhead. It's very strange in this version, especially if you played the previous version you played with, where the 6-speed was just overhead first hit.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's only the second hit, so you do have to make the first hit whiff just like that. And by doing that, though, you get a very fast overhead relative to most of the cast. Okay, good movement there, but gets caught by Muse Jump C.
It's going to be midstream. Gets the combo.
Okay, uses the bit to pick it up a little more. It's a blue, but got him in the corner. Oh!
The classic 6B first hit connects. And you're scared of the overhead, so you are seeing to the low. It's a very, very scary mix-up when the Mu 12 player has 50-meter.
Exactly. So you block both of the hits expecting the second hit to be a high move, but they rapid cancel it, which cancels the move entirely, and they go right into a low, which, you know, is really hard to pay attention to.
That's true. I mean, you don't really you can't really react to lows in this game, which is why you see a lot of players, down back and then try to react to the overhead with like either overdrive or just regular blocking. For the Tekken players tuning in, a lot of people
it's a bit of the opposite,
react to the low. Yeah, exactly. So we got our very own Geico Gaming coming in. It's a proud partner of TSM and Panic Global, of course, and we know, PGSKD is definitely still in this Blaze Blue tournament so far. Unfortunately, he is sent to losers, and a lot of people have him in their fantasy bracket for a top 8.
Whoops, blew up a lot of those brackets. But either way, do check out Geico.com or download the Geico mobile app for a free rate quote. I mean, if you've watched any TV or anything at all, or even watching this stream, you've probably seen a Geico commercial by now. So
I mean, we grew up knowing that you can save 15% or more on your car insurance by switching to Geico.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, if you guys are interested in the chairs that we are sitting on, it is Vertigear, another official sponsor of EVO. Get 15% off all chairs using the code EVO17 and a free upgrade to auto-lock casters.
Wow.
Now, the Vertigear chairs are definitely amazing. I still sit at home with these, with my IKEA office chair, and these are too high-tech for me. I'm not going to lie. There's too many buttons.
You can customize it, make it as comfortable or uncomfortable. I mean, some people need to play a little uncomfortably. You know what I mean?
That's definitely me. In a lot of anime, you see the neat people always have their knees up to their chest, sitting like that. I do that, except my chair's also slouching. And so it's a fun little interaction I have over there. It's a mini game.
You might need a Vertigo character to fix your back around 10 years from now.
Well, it's definitely the best back support chair we have definitely at EVO. And hopefully you guys get it too.
Alrighty. So it looks like we've got another match coming up. And I'm not exactly sure which characters we're going to see this time around.
Now, I remember the player on the right is actually, I believe, from Michigan. Please correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We've met so many people over the years. It's really hard to keep track of all these people that we know. Okay, it's going to be Silent Z from Minneapolis and Bootless from Connecticut. Okay, so I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
It's okay, everyone forgives you. So we will be seeing, according to this, is an Azrael versus Carl matchup. And
Azrael versus Carl is one of those matchups where Azrael, really has a hard time winning the neutral.
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
with Ada leading the charge with Carl just standing behind her.
It's a really, on paper, there's really no way for Azrael to win the neutral because it's 2-on-1 for the most part. The Carl player never really has to commit to anything, so on paper, it's really difficult to win. However, in practice, though, Azrael is the kind of character who puts a lot of pressure on the opponent and can do a lot of damage to Ada as well, and just slowly whittle it down, just make one opportunity, and then once Azrael's in, just completely destroy Carl.
Exactly. And then also the Carl player has to call out a lot of Azrael's backdash because it is invincible frame 1.
So.
And with the advent of CF, Azrael has a DP.
Exactly. So he does have kind of a way out. He can at least DP, hit Ada, or just DP right now.
There. And now, wow.
Punishes that, but doesn't get much damage. Going for another small combo here, resets.
Now that move is actually very interesting because I believe it's mid-high invul, right? Which is very strange in how Azrael's meaty 5B actually caught it.
It's actually not a character property. It's just only a move type. So plus, Azrael's moves are just so active. He's just swinging, and he just might bop you on the back.
That's true.
Wow!
Another DP. Now Azrael's DP
could have RC'd that, maybe get more damage, but now he might be dead. Nope, the gear hits a DP again.
DP.
This time RC. Missed the air combo.
We had a chimp fest right there. There was a zoo full of monkeys, both sides.
He had it, I think, but he waited too long to RC, I think, which makes that air combo much harder to commit. Okay, just doing it. Panzer strikes all day.
It was a good block on the overhead, though.
Okay. Good mid-screen 3C into Sentinel dump. Gets him in the corner. Goes for it. Yeah.
I actually wanted... Wow, we have the classic CT.
That is something else right there. Does it again. Just Panzer striking out of the corner. So far, Bootless has not baited any of those. Okay. Forced to block the 6A, and he gets tagged.
I like the use of the 6A right there. If Bootless tried to do anything that was a mid, it would have just lost.
Ooh.
And we actually saw Bootless instant block the Gustav. And that does put Ezra at a disadvantage. He could have pressed a 5-air there.
Yeah, surprisingly he did nothing, which was interesting. Maybe he didn't expect you to get the instant block?
Yeah, maybe. Blocking that Gustav, it definitely takes a seasoned veteran
gets
to really
punished.
understand.
It's once again punished for his Vivace, which is a roll move. Trying to get out of the corner, but, you know, Science Z just not letting him right now.
Oh, red? No,
no,
wow.
he wasn't going to throw. Whiff throw mix-up. RC again.
Oh, wow, that was counter hit. That was big. This is going to be big damage for either way.
Yeah.
And Bootless sitting on the burst.
Hey, he held his burst there. He could have bursted almost anything that.
Especially after that throw. When it goes in the first Rekka, that's basically an auto burst point unless the other player wants to hard bait it with a RC.
Yeah, it was definitely worth, you know, you should always like a burst. It's a resource that's given to you at the start of the round, and you build it back as you use it, so it's definitely worth using. Definitely not worth holding and dying with.
Of course, you know, wow! Round start 6A to catch the Vivace.
Okay, kind of a little bit of a scramble there, but back to neutral. Bootless keeping Silence Z out in the corner over there.
Oh no, command grab.
Yeah, walked right into the... Gets hit by
another
Panzer
DP.
Yeah, Bootless really needs to watch himself. Going right into the super in the corner.
Blackhawk Stinger.
Blocks it low. Gets out. Got him in that pressure in the corner now. Jumps away. Panzer strike again.
Oh no,
gets tagged by the end of it.
That's a fatal, but no pickup. Another Panzer.
Goodness gracious, and Bootless really needs to punish those.
I mean, if you're not going to punish Panzer Strike, you know, just keep doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. Panzer Strike's a move that's invulnerable, but once you block it, he's just completely wide open.
Oh, yeah. You can also low profile it.
Yeah. But of course, if you don't punish it, there's no weakness.
And no, Ada is down. Down for the count.
Now that Ada is down, he cannot use any moves that require her. So he's basically all defenses by himself. Here comes Science Z's offense. RC goes for the jump bait. Doesn't quite get it.
Gets the hit. Unfortunately, no knockdown.
Careful there.
Will is definitely looking a little flustered in this matchup.
Gets tagged again.
Oh no!
Okay, he burst.
I think he expected Silence Z to follow up with the Gustav to get the OTG.
But he didn't, and he just burst. He's got no burst now. He's in big trouble here. If he gets tagged again, he could be dead within one combo with super at the end. It is certainly possible.
Another Panzer.
Wow, just swing into it. Gustav.
Oh no!
3C, this could kill here.
Hit. One more mix-up.
Wow, not opting the RC. Panzer
Another
strike.
Panzer.
He does not care.
Another
Panzer strike
Panzer.
again. He might lose the round because of that. Again.
Another Panzer.
He just goes.
Oh my goodness, we had so many. It was an entire armada of Panzers coming at Bootless right there at the end.
Yeah, that was just out of control. I mean, Bootless really just needed to like slow the pace down a lot, I think. And what part of the problem is when you're playing Carl, like a very, very high execution character, you have a lot to think about, like where's Ada, where am I?
Yeah.
And you know, when you just like swing with Panzer Strikes all day long right there, it can be hard to pay attention. You will get caught up in it.
And of course, you know, our friendly people in the FGC, Silence Z actually turning off the pad of Bootless because he did not know how to do it.
That is good etiquette. You know, there are some limitations to some consoles, and you know, just got to make sure you disconnect your pad, and that way no one will accidentally get gummed up by you hitting home and turning it on.
I've definitely seen a lot of angry people at EVO because some people did not know how to disconnect their pads.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be the one to just check and make sure all the pads are disconnected.
But once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to EVO 2017 Blaze Blue. It has definitely been quite a ride at this CF tournament. I'm just so excited to see how a lot of the bracket shakes out. You know, I'm so stoked and happy to be here, but I would rather be out there watching more matches. Definitely. And once again, if you guys did not know, Guilty Gears also starts their top 8 today also.
Yeah, 2 o'clock right after this.
Yep. So please stay tuned to that.
Okay, looks like we got new people approaching the stage. And we'll have a new match for you guys right now.
So James, how are you enjoying your stay right now at the Mandalay Bay? This is the first year that the entire tournament has been at the Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day to be at the Mandalay. I'll tell you that much.
It's definitely a dry day in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Did someone else already make that joke?
What's?
All right.
But yeah, the weather here is amazing, except for the dryness. You know, if you're not familiar with the Las Vegas heat, please keep yourself hydrated because definitely yesterday I started seeing some mirages while on the Persona 4 commentary.
You definitely can see, you can definitely experience the Vegas heat. All you really need to do is just open the oven for a little bit, like turn it on, preheat to 450, and then, you know, just grab your cookies out. That's Vegas for you.
And of course, up next we have VAR all the way from Japan playing Arakune, definitely a very not liked character in the U.S.
Very not liked.
Due to the strange way he plays BlazBlue, just like 9.
Yeah.
Against Red Tag 14 from the Seattle area. So a PNW boy, and he will be playing Valkenhayn.
And now, it was written that Red Tag 14 did live in Japan for 10 years. And he's very knowledgeable in many games, and he's just a, you know, just a cool guy, you know.
It's very interesting. I believe I heard about him from Nakio himself. He's an exchange student living in PNW right now, and he actually was living there for a couple months before he came to EVO.
Right, so awesome.
He's got some nice American, you know, matchup experience, and if you've lived in Japan for 10 years, you know.
Yeah,
definitely have the best of both worlds.
Absolutely. And so we've got Arakune versus Valkenhayn. Now, in this version of the game, Valkenhayn does not dominate Arakune as much as he used to. Arakune does have a wake-up overdrive that does immediately curse the opponent, depending on how much gauge you have. So a lot of the offense here, sometimes you lose your momentum to the overdrive. So it's kind of a hard read for Valkenhayn sometimes, but I do believe that Valkenhayn does have the tools to win this matchup. And especially, you know, Arakune, probably one of the most hated characters in this game. He's just so cheap. You know, he's just cheap.
I mean, you get cursed, and your opponent is literally forced to block every single mix-up that you do.
It's just his way of risk-reward is just very unconventional. So if you're expecting a normal kind of fighting game style where you hit your opponent, you get a very specific reward. In this game, Arakune hits you, instead of getting like big damage like the other character, he sets you up for bigger damage on the next hit as you are going to have to block all these other things.
And he's got a lot of traps laying around on the screen that will fill up your curse meter. So he's got 3 versions of Clouds. He's got his jump B moves.
Yeah, he's just, you know, he's got so much runaway too, which is very infuriating to play against. But, you know, a character like Valkenhayn, which you may see right now, Red Tag, might be able to take him out right here.
Exactly. And Valkenhayn definitely had his share of nerfs in this version. His wolf meter does not come back quite as fast.
Yeah.
And so he definitely uses a lot more also.
Yeah, Valkenhayn's character, he transforms into a wolf. He's just ultra powerful as a wolf, so fast, so mobile, such good normals. But, you know, once the wolf gauge runs out, he can't turn into it anymore.
I mean, he's an old man. Look at him.
Yeah. So let's see what they start out with. So run away. And good block here from Red Tag 14, but still blocking.
Look at that curse meter.
Open low.
Blocking right now, though.
Overdrive on wake up. He's trying to get out of here. Unable to catch him.
Once again, that 2C.
He's got him locked down. What's the mix-up? He's just waiting. He's looking for that jump. Good block on the overhead, but doesn't block the low. Uh-oh, this is bad. He's cursed.
Yep, there it is. The auto curse into the side switch.
And no barrier guard on the C-Bug right there. And now that means he does get crushed again. Currently not using barrier. So when you block that big, huge bug from the ground, you have to use your barrier guard with AB. And if you don't, you'll get guard crushed.
Exactly. Now, I like what Bar is doing. He's doing a lot of block strings that really always end up making Red Tag get a little bit of curse meter on block.
Yeah, so he can, it is possible for Red Tag to backdash or try to get out of those moves, but sometimes you just respect the Arakune player and you think that he won't do that.
I mean, he's so scary. He's
yeah.
just a big floating blob of goo. Okay.
Good catch on the sweep right there. He's got the offense going. Good overhead right there.
Now that is a very difficult input to actually do. And
now this is really good for him too, because even if Bar does do a wake overdrive here, he won't get any curse from it. So that's a very good situation for him to get in the corner. Unfortunately, lets him out. But Red Tag with the chase down.
Oh good. No, we're out of Wolf Gauge. That's very important.
Okay, he overdrives to get it back. Very interesting choice.
I respect it. Oh, wow! And Bar actually dashing into it on accident.
Complete turnaround from last round here. Red Tag with the offense. Super.
And that is a perfect for red tag.
Yeah, very big reversal from last round, which is understandable because this matchup is very, very based on whoever gets the first hit.
It's very volatile.
Yeah, if red tag gets the first hit, he can lock Arcane down in the corner with no meter. And even if he does wake up overdrive, he's got no other real offensive options there. Unfortunately, blocked 2 D moves there, and now he's already got a little bit of curse gauge at the bottom.
Oh no, and he blocked the spider also. That is so much curse. This should be full curse.
Yeah, he's cursed, and he's going to put him in the corner. Can he block this mix-up? What is it? It's
invincibility.
Okay, good.
Oh,
wow.
Red. Haven't seen that one in a long time.
That is an interesting setup. Rising over into pinwheel. Good block there. Another good block.
That is an instant overhead, my dude.
Yeah, he got through it. Overdrive through the jumpy. Gets him with the torpedo. They trade.
Now the torpedo in this version, you know, if you've played the previous versions of CP,
oh no,
it has not that much block stun compared to the other ones.
Yeah. Unfortunately, blocking a lot of Arcune's pressure. He's going to get cursed unless he gets out of this. He's cursed.
Oh no, and it has no barrier also.
He's trying to fly away. Gets tagged. He may be done here. He's got a burst. He bursts out.
I don't know about going into Wolf because you cannot block when you are in Wolf form.
Yeah, just jumped right into those, and that was a rough call right there.
Very unfortunate from Red Tag, but he did show signs of life during that second round.
Yeah, I think the major mistake right there is when he starts blocking Arcune, he's not choosing the backdash. He's not getting many instant blocks either. Especially when Arcune tries to re-jump pressure you, you can jump as well.
Well, when Arcune is doing jumpy into jump D, it's not a true blocker.
Exactly.
You can actually jump in the air and attack him.
Exactly. You can get out of that. So you have to disrespect him. You cannot respect that. You will get cursed.
That was a very nice hit from Red Tag, though.
Okay. Oh, no. He's getting locked down again. He's got to get out of here. He gets opened up overhead. He bursts immediately. Doesn't want to get cursed.
And you'll see that actually a lot from a lot of players playing against Arcune is right. If you know that the other player knows how to full curse you in one combo, you're bursting right away.
Yeah, exactly. You just want to get out. Gets tagged low, but not. Gets out. Tags him. He's in the corner too, and he doesn't got much overdrive. He's going to overdrive anyway, though.
Oh, and the guard crush bug actually switching sides on him.
That's troublesome. Oki here. He's got the block. But can he get out? Unfortunately, cursed again at this rate.
He's going to get a full curse right here. Yep.
Yeah, it's a big starter.
Into the Spider Super.
Can this kill? No, he's not opting to kill. Just going for the guard crush again. And Red Tag, you know, he died with 50 meter there again. There was a situation really specifically where Var was trying to lock him down with 5D, and he could have done a counter assault right there with 50 meter, gotten out of it.
Yeah, and in this version, Arcune cannot curse you if you're auto guarding.
Ooh. Tornadoes right into that. He's forced to burst yet again.
Oh, wow, and a 2B anti-air from Var, Shades of Persona.
And, you know, classic 2B anti-air, very, very low to the ground. Gets him in the corner.
That was a nice block confirm. Nice block on the 3C into Wolf Dash.
And unfortunately, right here, Red Tag, once again, caught on the ground. In the corner, he's cursed.
That's not looking good. He has no burst available.
If he gets opened up again, he does. This is really hard right here.
Should be dash right here, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that is hard to block. Just beyond the fact that you need to block the other way, you need to bury the other way.
Yes.
And oftentimes you have a very strict timing to bury the other way, or you will get an accidental crush trigger.
Yes.
So that's very hard to deal with.
I believe that is actually what happened because you saw him get counter hit.
Yeah. So you have a very short window to block that. You have to pay a lot of attention.
Also, Arcune is invisible while all of this is happening, guys. And that is the reason why a lot of people really do not like playing against him in a tournament setting or in casuals.
Yeah, so the way you saw it is that a lot of those curse combos don't even do as much as like up to our Valken's regular damage. Like he hits you with like an A or something, he gets the full curse, but it's usually like really low damage.
Yeah.
But once you are cursed, you know, you've got to deal with huge Oki, you've got to deal with like ridiculous amounts of bugs, Arcune turning invisible, hitting you from all sides, and then that combo itself also does big damage into another setup.
That's true. The guard crush bug is definitely one of the hardest things to deal with in this version of Arcune. And up next, we're going to actually have Dead Spike from SoCal.
Yeah, SoCal local. All right.
But if you guys don't want to be like Dead Spike playing on the pad, check out this stick from EVO. Elevate your game. This is the Controller Chaos official stick for EVO, and it comes with a certificate saying that it is legit.
Wow. That's how legit it is? But either way, you can get 10% off with your promo code with EVO17. www.controllerchaos.com. Get yours today, and get your certificate. Put it on your wall. Let everyone know how awesome your stick is. Or you can
put it inside your stick.
That's true. That's not a bad idea. Always stay legit.
Always stay legit. But it looks like it's going to be Julio, Wawa, ASW, Pichan Killer. And he's all the way from Mexico, and he's going to be playing Kagura. Kagura definitely seen some better days.
Yeah, he's considered, like, he was, the way Kagura is designed is that he's just a big robber. Like, his goal is to just steal games from you. And in this version of the game, they kind of made him a little fairer. And for a character style like Kagura, where you just, just trying to steal games with big damage and command throws, like, it can be very hard to, like, win in a solid way. But you may see something special here, especially with the way that, I know a lot of players from Mexico region play a little more wild.
Yes.
And you can see a lot of players just rob games, and that may suit his style.
Now, Kagura in this version, his neutral definitely in this version is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, but he lost so much damage because of it, which is why a lot of people consider him like one of the worst characters in the game.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's hard to like go back from doing a billion damage to not a billion damage. Goes for the cross up, he blocks it, dead spike on point, reversal overhead. Incredible read right there.
He knew that Pichan Killer was going to be afraid because after that 5DA, he is very negative.
Okay.
Punish. Now, if you guys actually see that online a lot, where they go into 2DB, which is a slide, the 2-hit slide, into 5DA, which is a guard point, if you have a fast enough low after instant blocking that second hit, you can actually tag him out.
Okay, good instant block from Dead Spike here. Using 50 meter to extend this combo, finish the game. Dead Spike stone cold right there.
This matchup is definitely very difficult for Kagura.
Wow.
Especially since Ragnar can just DP through that 5DA very easily, or just grab it.
Good neutral from Dead Spike right there, catching with an anti-air jump A.
Oh no, the 5C, catching that 2C.
Yeah, good call there. Command throw, caught him sleeping, gets good damage here. Overhead, gets punished by Invincible Inferno Divider, goes for an Invincible of his own, RCs it right into pressure.
Unfortunate, he did not get the charge partition on the B flash pick.
Yeah, that's a little difficult.
Yeah, no, so Kagura still does some alright damage, but he requires you to really charge partition a lot of your moves.
Leaving out a pixel, it got kind of lazy there, but luckily.
That's by getting caught low in that situation.
Yeah, definitely there. I think he could have continued the corner by coming him back into the corner again, but got a little lazy. Could have cost him.
Okay. And that 2C, now Kagura's 2C is one of the stranger moves where it actually moves his hurt box backward a little bit as he extends his short out.
And it's quite long. It's very strong.
And just a walk-up throw after that cross-up.
So Python Killer bursting early, and that he will not get it back at this rate. Dead Spike with a nice confirm there. Puts him in the corner.
Oh, no anti-air. Instead, getting counter hit in the air.
Looked like he tried to get him out of it, but yeah, Dead Spike so far not being too ambitious on his drive punishes here.
All right, reacts to the Wyvern with the DP.
Great anti-air right there. It's going to be good damage. Puts him in the corner as well. One mix-up from Dead Spike. Python Killer with no burst has no way out of this.
Oh, and he just tries to opt the backdash, but you cannot really backdash against Ragnar. His 5B is active just enough when you're in the corner to really catch it, and his 2B is also very active to catch it also.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to backdash in the corner as a whole because you don't go anywhere.
Yes.
You do have some invincibility, which will let you get out of some certain things, but in that, as you saw right there, since you don't go anywhere, you do get punished a lot of the time. Good block.
I really want to see some punishes on a lot of Pichan Killer's drive strings.
Yeah, I do think that Dead Spike is just being a little conservative on purpose. Like, you can punish a lot of what he does, but sometimes it's a bit of a commitment. So, and like, it's hard to do in tournaments sometimes. So sometimes just going for
wow! Did you see the backdash on the 6B though?
Yeah, he got the backdash. Most overheads don't have that much active frames. Good block on the invincible move, forces him to spend 50 meter. And Dead Spike once again really dominating. Good catch there, spending meter, put him in the corner.
Now Pichan Killer definitely, I feel like he's playing too much of the CPEX Kagura.
He is. He's trying to go for a lot of like big reads, and Dead Spike is just really out-soliding right now.
Yes.
And since they're doing about the same damage, you know, Dead Spike just playing more solid, not taking as many risks, just, you know, overall doing a lot better.
Oh,
ooh, wow.
Trying to press a button against that 5DA. You just have to either grab or do a low.
Okay, Invincible Reversal. Catches him trying to roll out, and this is going to let Dead Spike put Pycon Killer in the corner, and one mix-up may do it here. He might not get his burst back. Okay, puts him in the corner.
Jump, actually.
Oh, tried to go cheeky with an overhead there. Tried to go cheeky with a roll, overdrive. And Dead Spike with a simple combo here will kill. Devoured by Darkness.
Devoured by Darkness. One of my favorite supers, actually, in all of fighting games. It's just so edgy, man. He grabs you, and then just a bunch of black stuff flies out of the ground.
He's just draining your life away, just like that. And, you know, Pycon Killer, unfortunately, he did get his burst back right at the end right there. Unfortunately, overdrive prevents you from bursting. So, you know, Dead Spike with the very, very great awareness going, wait a second, he might have to get this burst. I'm just going to overdrive, then he can't do it at all.
Exactly. And that really separates a lot of the seasoned Blaze Blue players from the somewhat rookier players.
Yeah, it's a matter of, like, when you're playing a fighting game, there's a lot going on in the middle, but if you look at your opponent's gauges as well, you can get a lot of information of what your opponent's thinking about. And, you know, Dead Spike looked at, you know, his burst and, you know, was able to overdrive to punish it.
So up next we have Havoc Noah from Denver, Colorado, playing 9. You might have seen him in multiple top 16s, multiple top 8s, and majors all around the world, and actually knocking Dogra into losers.
Ah, this is a CEO, I believe?
I believe it was either CEO or Combo Breaker. But Havoc Noah, you know, 9 versus Dogra was a very hard matchup, but props to him. You know, Dogra is not an easy opponent to defeat, even if you are playing a good matchup.
Exactly. And up against him is Doppels, player 1. We'll be playing Susanoo. And Susanoo is a very interesting character, newly added to this version of the game. He has a special type of mechanic where he needs to hit you with certain moves to unlock his other moves. So he starts out with a very, very limited move list. But as you hit your opponent and you know, manage the gauge at the bottom, you unlock more of his special moves, and the more you unlock, the more powerful he becomes. And
we got Doppels over here showing out the Susanoo Dakimakura fight stick. But as James was saying,
there's a man who loves Susanoo.
Exactly. I mean, I'm all about that character love, my dude. But, you know, Susanoo has the most specials in the game. He has an access to a command grab, access to a projectile, access to a mashable move, access to an overhead, access to all these things. But the most important one, in my opinion, for Susanoo is the last one, the number 8, which is the sword.
The sword. So now it's kind of a interesting situation when you play Susanoo. Like there is a special gauge at the bottom, and every time you hit your opponent with anything, the gauge gets toggled, and then once you hit your opponent with a certain move, then it gets become unlocked. So it's like a sort of a mini game you have to play with yourself, and just to get your moves unlocked. And he's opting to go with the sword first. Gets a sword.
Oh, trying to run up throw and Havoc Noah just
early overdrive to punish
early overdrive, yeah. I mean, he's going to get it back probably at the end of this round, too.
Most likely. He didn't go for an EA combo there, though, so maybe not. Flux Nature right there. Gets a hit. And Kunzai counter hit.
Oh, no. Messing up the 4C, actually.
Ooh, nice anti-air. So right there, that anti-air, that explosion of Skull Fire right there always ends up right in front of you. It's quite fast.
Oh, no. Actually messing up. Wow. Why is he poking with that 5D?
Okay, so Doppels has a chance here. Gets the knockdown.
He could actually kill Noah in the next stage with overdrive.
Noah not having any of it. Anti-air, but drops the combo.
Unfortunate. I think he thought that Havoc Noah was actually going to get counter hit right there.
Okay, counter assaults out. Runs in, gets hit by another invincible move. Blocks the Kunzai. Oh, but gets tagged right there. He had a chance for sure.
Most definitely. All he needed was one good hit. It could have been a 5A, and I believe that Susanoo would have been able to kill.
Yeah, and he actually did land an anti-air, just misconfirmed it. Overdrive early again. And it's understandable here too, but this time anti-air going to get a move here.
The rock, the sand kick.
Yeah,
that move is actually super plus also, so.
Exactly. He's got another anti-air, but another misconfirmed there. That's really bad. Another anti-air though.
Susanoo 2C is definitely one of the better anti-airs in my opinion.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like Havoc Noah is really not playing around. And one of Nine's weaknesses actually is that when she does an air move, it pretty much won't recover until she hits the ground. So
we actually see the magic mirror in effect, and great overhead.
Okay, going for super. Looks like he's gonna go for a setup of some kind here.
No, he's just using all of his stock into God Hand.
Maybe pressure gets blocked. He gets tagged though. Blocks it.
I'm not sure if that was a punish or not. It should not have been,
It shouldn't have been a punish. You can't counter hit that move by normal blocking it. But either way, Havoc Move did something and he got punished for it.
Exactly. And once again, we see that the 5A round start from 9. It's such a strong move, especially against Susanoo.
No block on that right there, and he's forced to block all of this pressure here in the corner. Can he block this? So far, so good. Good block. He's out of the corner. Gets a hit.
And he gets the sand kick again.
Running in. Oh, once again, Havoc Noah's been overdriving with him so often. Yeah. And Doppels really needs to pay attention to that. Block on the Kunzite.
And he does not block the second part of the rock, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, this is going to kill him. Wow,
he combos into the Amethyst. Amethyst, one of the stronger projectiles in the game. Think of it as a better sonic boom that you can combo off of.
Amethyst? Yeah. Amethyst is just so slow. It just stays on the screen so long. You have to pay attention to it.
And if you do get, clipped by it, you're in so much hit stun because it is a ball of electricity.
Doppel's deep in thought right here. I mean, he was doing great, actually. He was getting a lot of anti-airs, but he wasn't punishing Havoc Nova's overdrives. He wasn't thinking about it at all.
Yes.
So he really needs to step it up right there.
I think he was playing right. It's just a lot of decisions in neutral really ended up costing just like
another overdrive. He went for a throw again. That's like the third time that he's gotten his throw punished by overdrive. He really needs to bait it out. Good block on the Kunzite there. Jump in. Will he get it? He'll get the sword. Good choice. Getting another unlock.
That's the DP. Susanoo has the DP now. And Amethyst tagging.
Ooh, that was strange. Burst him in the corner for the momentum.
Oh, wow, just getting tagged by the 5D Raw. Very interesting.
Okay. Ah!
Nice block on the overhead. No punish.
Got lots of moves unlocked here. And the more you have unlocked, the more powerful one of his supers is.
Yes.
However, it's not going to seem to matter here.
I actually wanted to see more of the special moves, so the players at home could really understand how many special moves he gets. And that's round start 5B is very strong with Susanoo. 5B, one of the
this time
normal
finally jumps out of the overdrive right there. Finally baits it out. Uh-oh, doesn't bait the EA though. You know, I think that Doppel's doing great in neutral so far. It's just that he's just letting Noah get so much mileage out of waiting overdrive. In the corner. No anti-air.
Nice block. Unfortunately, the corner is not where you want to be, especially against 9. Kunzite.
Oh, he's still alive. He's got a little bit left in him. He can still do this. Just got to find a single hit. Unlocking a move. Very good.
That's the mash move.
Oh, he's got a hit. Overdrive. He's going for it. Right. Unlocks everything.
All the supers.
If he gets a hit, he could actually kill here. He gets a hit.
Grand Viper.
Can he? Does he have enough time? He doesn't have enough time. He
and Havoc Noah.
Ooh, this is bad.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Oh, Doppel's reeling back from that. He had the hit. He had the meter. He could have done it.
Oh, that was definitely very hype. Whenever a Susanoo does a hit into overdrive and they unlock all of their supers, you know something's about to go down.
Exactly, and he could have done it, but Doppel's a big drop right there.
Up next, we're going to actually have. Here we go. We're going to have a 6-minute break real fast, but up next, we're going to have more international players up for you guys in just a sec.
Yeah,
so please stay tuned. And once again, I'm NobodyXE, and
I'm Shay. See you guys right after the break.